Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. I just made a video where I really laid into someone for posting some Neo-Advaita nonsense on this channel. And I asked myself, why am I so fiery about this topic? Why do I get so fired up? And I'm gonna confess, I've already shared some of it, is that Neo-Advaita is dangerous if you take it seriously. Like, yeah, if you just go to a satsang once a week and just listen, like, not a big deal. It actually might be good, because you're hearing a little bit of the truth, a little bit of a part of Sanatam Dharma, the eternal truth. I think I mispronounced that. My Sanskrit's not the best. But if you take it seriously, it's deadly, very deadly. And so part of why I'm so passionate about this topic is because I was aware in somewhere around 2004. So I was introduced to non-duality in 1998. And then in 2004, I became aware of the gunas and aware that different yogas were appropriate depending on the state of mind. Then I got really crystal clear somewhere around 2006, 2007, that in terms of Advaita Vedanta and self-inquiry, this was very important. In fact, Ramana Maharshi said that the different yogas are different paths depending on I forget his exact words. I think he said the state of the mind of the seeker. And then I came across some of other, Ramana's quotes that really made it clear that, the satsang movement is basically bullshit, teaching self-inquiry to everyone without teaching the preparatory practices. So this became really clear to me in 2006, 2007, and it took me 13 years to break out of the Neo-Advaita cult. I just got a question. I'll come to it in one sec. Thanks for asking. It literally took me, I didn't really break out of Neo-Advaita until 2019. So that means, it was about 12 years to escape. Neo-Advaita is very, very addictive. And so again, I had crystal clear knowledge that, this teaching that everyone should just do inquiry and self-inquiry will take care of everything. I knew that, and it took me 13 years to break free. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, is I'm trying to save people some time. And to be completely honest, I don't want to fall back into that cult. Someone asked me, how do you rate Rupert Spira? Mariana Rose, hi. I haven't looked at Rupert Spira's work. And kind of what I do is I started this channel criticizing one particular Neo-Advaita teacher, and now I just kind of as a whole. And so what I have to say about Rupert, or to anyone who teaches non-duality, is if they teach self-inquiry to the general public, and if they don't teach the preparatory practices of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, then they're teaching Neo-Advaita and it's bullshit. It'll help, maybe 1% of the people who go there are ready and ripe for self-inquiry, and it'll help those people, maybe 1%, who knows? And so that's not just my definition of Neo-Advaita, it's a definition that actual scholars came up with, the lack of preparatory practices. So I'm guessing, so that's, I don't really know. I haven't checked out Rupert, and yeah, love the question, thank you. So, well, while we're here, if anyone else has any other questions, we'll just turn it into a live Q&A. And, but it's so enticing. Self-inquiry before you're ready is so enticing that it took me 13 years to break out of it. And it was literally destroying me. Every time I would take self-inquiry seriously, I would get suicidal. And then the Neo-Advaita teacher I was working with would say things like, yeah, I'll say more to that in 1 minute. It'd be like, well, I never said to him, oh, I'm feeling suicidal. But, when I said to him, oh, I'm feeling angry, he would just, who is it that's feeling angry? And so that's the thing. Neo-Advaita is very intellectual. It's a word game. It's really a word game. Whereas Advaita Vedanta, or any kind of Vedanta, is an actual path. It's a system. And when taught, traditionally Advaita Vedanta was taught one-on-one or in small groups, one guru, 3 or 4 students, max. It's a path. It's a holistic path. But Neo-Advaita is a very confined word game. It's a very confined word game. Yeah. And it is very intellectual. Yeah, so, that's fun. Thanks for asking, Mariana. My heart loves devotion and meditation, but Neo-Advaita makes me very depressed. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Neo-Advaita is very anti-devotion, unless it's devotion towards the guru. That's allowed, but all their kind of devotions are generally poo-pooed. And whereas devotion is an integral part of Advaita Vedanta. Adi Shankara, the founder, he was a true bhakta, a true devotee, as was Ramana, a true lover of the divine, and a specific form of the divine. Adi Shankara was completely devoted to the goddess. Ramana Maharshi completely devoted to Arunachala. So yes, Neo-Advaita poo-poos both devotion and meditation, whereas Ramana, or any true teacher of Vedanta, will say devotion and meditation are fantastic. Yeah. Neo-Advaita took me to the brink of suicide. So I just would stay the blankety blank. I would stay the fuck away from it. And your experience is your teacher, right? Like, that's showing you that it's not the path for you. So good on you for noticing that and knowing my heart loves devotion too. I love meditation. And yeah, this is fun. Thanks, Marion. So, devotion is a traditional part of Advaita Vedanta, and anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to sell you something. Yeah, the thing is I didn't get so upset, sort of emotionally upset. I mean, sure, I've had my anger and resentment towards Neo-Advaita teachers. She wrote, sorry you got so upset about it. It's not that I got upset, it's I got imbalanced and unwell. I've spoken about this a lot on this channel. The yogic view of the mind says it has 3 qualities called 3 gunas. And if you practice self-inquiry without purifying tamas guna or rajas guna, then it will make you depressed. In an extreme case like mine, I took self-inquiry very seriously, and it did. It took me to the brink of suicide. Neo-Advaita teachers make you feel bad about myself. Here's the thing. Neo-Advaita, here's Advaita Vedanta. Here's Advaita Vedanta. Here's Neo-Advaita. A Neo-Advaita's job, a Neo-Advaita teacher's job, is to squeeze you into this teeny tiny box. And all they know how to do is play a word game. You say to them, oh, well, I feel very devoted. I want to practice devotion. They'll say, who is it who wants to practice devotion? Recognize the self, and then let's see. I'm going to channel my Neo-Advaita teacher. What is the need for meditation when you already are the self? Why practice devotion towards the divine when you are the divine? Like I said, this small. And maybe that's being generous. It's probably more like this small. And then going to try and squeeze you into that. That's great that you started with the, Marian wrote that she started with the Bhagavad Gita. So that's a great foundation for Hinduism. Neo-Advaita, awful foundation for Hinduism. This is fun. Thanks for saying hello. I think I'm gonna offer something like this where I invite people and we can have dialogues. So this was fantastic, Marian. Thank you so much for dropping by. And this video was basically a critique of Neo-Advaita, and your experience is like, this is exactly what I couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thanks for your comments. And yeah, this was really fun. You just made my day. I was having a good day. You just made it. Thanks, Marian. And thanks to everyone else who dropped by and watched. Take care. Oh, thanks. Marian wrote, sorry for hijacking your video. That's not how I didn't experience it as hijacking. Your timing was divine. Your timing was utterly divine. I was pretty much finished with what I wanted to say, and then you came in. And this happens every now and then. I've made about 150 videos, and then every now and then someone comes in and shares some really interesting things and shares their experience, gets us out of here and into like, what's your actual experience with the teachings? Like, what's really going on? When you try and apply these things, what happens? So it gets it really real, and it's everything you shared. I mean, this video couldn't have been better. So thank you really. Okay. I've been thinking about offering a satsang for a long time, and this is firing me up to do it. So thank you. Have a beautiful day. Being devoted. Yes. Go practice devotions, sing bhajans, meditate. And, if it's your path, when the time is right, self-inquiry will speak to you, call to you. And who knows, maybe your path is just to be a bhakta, to be a devotee, to be a lover of God. And to hear that I reassured you just means the world to me, because in my view, Neo-Advaita is really a cult. It's really a cult. And I fell into it deep. And it sounds like you didn't get into it too deep, but I'm glad that maybe I said some things that will help you from not falling in as deep as I did. So you made my day. Thanks so much, dear one. Much love, Marian. Much love to all the other viewers. Take care.